might have waited. This is supposed to be a decent victory.
Sorry.
Oh, look, here's Anton and Tricia.
Hold on.
Hey, Anton, this one's for you.
Gee, thanks, honey.
Have you got the rest of the day off?
Yep.
That's good.
Come on, boys. Oh, hello.
We're ready. Go inside the blue march.
Oh, the town's so cheerful, Mum. It's a joy to go out.
Aye, it's what the whole country's been waiting for, is this?
Will you two bring what's left? Only don't let Lawrence carry anything breakable.
Okay, sure thing, Ma.
Ma, indeed. That's your fault.
Where are you having the party?
Well, we got that bomb site cleared in Goomshaw Crescent just in time.
Hi, Anton. Are you coming to watch me in the sack race?
Wouldn't miss it. Hey, allow me.
Oh, no, you two go and put your feet up. They'll be dancing later.
Go on.
Oh, what time's the bonfire being lit?
Not until 8 o'clock.
Oh, just listen to him.
Lawrence.
Come on, Mum.
May the 8th, 1945. The war in Europe is over, and its longed-for ending sees Britain in a party mood. Flags and bunting decorate our homes, victory bonfires are lit, and everyone wants to hold parties for the children. And as the lights shine brightly, a carefree nation takes to the streets. No fear of bombing raids now. The official news, long delayed, has been released. Hitler is dead, Germany has surrendered. Crowds converge on Buckingham Palace, thronging the Mall to cheer the royal family and our Prime Minister, Winston Churchill. The cheers for his personal leadership will follow him through the forthcoming general election campaign. But will the Conservatives win? In wartime, party politics had to be set aside. Now the nation must choose a government to build for the future. Fighting continues in the Far East, and troops stationed out there are voting by post. A new government will face the huge task of repairing the damage of war. An immediate problem is to supply enough homes so that our families can be reunited.
Hello. You had any more inquiries this week?
Dozens. Guess how many so far? 65. How am I going to choose between them? Tricia, Bruce has told me that you and Anton have plans. I'm glad.
Well, I wanted Bruce to be the first to know. You don't think I'm being disloyal?
Bruce is very happy for you. Anton's a splendid person.
I haven't said anything at home yet. Well, they'll be upset. It's finding the right moment.
Well, I think you should tell your parents as soon as possible. Give them time to get used to the idea.
Yeah. Gosh, Mum's been busy.
Hasn't she? It's time I made a modest effort of my own.
There. What do you think? This is the old blackout from the front room, and they're ribbons that I found left over after Victory Day.
Better with just the white stripe.
Do you think? What time did you get to bed last night?
Late. I was studying. Do you know, I'll never remember how to spell therapeutic.
How soon will you be a proper SRN?
August if I pass.
Oh, you will. What then?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on, I'm not stupid. Are you going to marry Anton?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Just think you'll be the first GI bride in Westmoor Avenue. Are you excited?
Of course I am. I'm thrilled. Wouldn't you be?
Yes, I am.
Dreading breaking the news to Mum and Dad, though. When will they be in?
Should be any time now. Dad's out canvassing for the election and Mum's addressing leaflets, I think.
Are they speaking to each other?
Well, just about.
Well, I'll be...
There isn't a cure for Lawrence's hay fever in your medical books, is there? If we go to the pictures, he'll sneeze all the way through it. If we go for a walk, it gets even worse.
Why don't you ditch him and go out with somebody else?
You mind your own business. Anyway, what would I do for laughs?
Mabel!
Dad, why don't you tell him now?
I'm not having this. Not after all Churchill's done for this country.
Dad.
Hello, look. One of you come and help me take these posters down, will you? paid off half the mortgage on this house. Only 12 years to go, and I say it was faces out the front window. It's not Mr. Apple's.
Honestly, Dad, don't you think the Labour Party's got better ideas on how to get the country back on its feet now the war's over?
The war isn't over yet. Send Winston back as Prime Minister, finish the job. I'll not be happy until we've had those flags out again for the Japanese surrender.
Oh, Jimmy won't have to go out to the Far East, will he?
Oh, no. He'll have done his share in Germany. He'll probably be demobbed in the autumn with our Jimmy.
Oh, vote on his behalf, then. You or Mum?
Oh, neither of us. He's not getting a proxy vote. Most servicemen stationed abroad will be voting by post. Have you made up your mind yet?
Well...
No, it's all right. You don't have to tell me whose side you're on. Only you had your 21st birthday last month. Just don't forget to vote, that's all.
I ought not to, Dad. You see, it won't affect me.
Of course it'll affect you in some way. It's bound to. Now, come on, love, quick. Give me a hand with these posters. It'll be worth it to see your mother's face when she gets back. Hey, it's only a bit of fun.
Arthur, I know you're there laughing your socks off. Come outside this minute.
What's the matter then?
I thought we'd agreed we wanted a welfare state.
Aye, Tory one.
The Tories will never get round to it. Look how long they kept Chamberlain in office. They nearly lost us the war.
And then look who they allowed in to win it for us. A few weeks ago, you were giving him 3 cheers like the rest of us.
Arthur, one man doesn't make a government.
Well, I don't know what's changed you. We both voted Tory last time.
That was 10 years ago. A lot's happened in 10 years.
And who brought us through the worst of it then, eh?
We all did our fair share. We deserve fair shares in the future.
Well, you can be fair without turning socialist. Or would you rather live in Russia?
Well, I may as well. If I'm not allowed to put up my own posters at my own windows.
Do you want Audrey Maitland round here kicking up a fuss? Now, she'll not appreciate living next door to a socialist.
Arthur, I've got news for you.
What? I don't believe it. Oh, there's something the matter with these. May I borrow yours when you've done?
I thought Avril's young man had fixed them.
Has he been at them? Well, that explains it.
Where did she find him?
On a train. He caught a coat in the carriage door. He works for the corporation, in the housing department.
Oh, I don't envy him then, trying to find homeless people somewhere to live.
Is that why you're voting Labour?
Perhaps. But I do feel rather dreadful about it.
I should have thought you'd have been Conservative to your fingertips.
I am, Arthur. I am. But this time last year, these hands didn't look quite so ladylike, did they? Remember them? All rough and grimy from making munitions at Halliwell's.
But won't you be glad to return to the good old days?
Were they good?
Oh, no. Not always. Not for everyone.
What I discovered, working on the assembly line, was how grateful some of those girls were to have a job and to be earning good wages.
Aye, they're better paid now than they were before the war.
I miss them. They were a cheerful bunch, always warm-hearted. A trifle coarse in their language, perhaps, but they couldn't have been kinder to me when Bruce was shot down. And they were so looking forward to their menfolk coming home, settling down, starting families. I want a government that's going to make things easier for those brave young people, Arthur. Hang, look.
Well, I'm jolly glad that's settled.
Well, I don't see how a government can hope to provide so much for free. When all my life I've had to pay or go without. Supposing people stop relying on themselves and rely on the rest of us to pay their bills for them, eh?
It won't happen. We've all read the Beveridge report, Arthur. You just haven't understood it, that's all. It says clearly that we'll all be covered by a national insurance scheme that'll provide money for when we're sick or out of work. Make that the law of the land, there'll be no more poverty.
Look, I'm as much in favour of the Beveridge report as you are, but a lot of doctors don't want the government interfering in their work.
Have you sorted out Claudine's letter yet, Tricia?
No, not really. I'll find my own French dictionary and go through it again. I'm out of practice. Mind you, it's been over 5 years since I've heard from her. Since France was occupied. You sit down, Mum, I'll do the dishes.
Oh, thanks, love.
I mean to say, the medical profession doesn't want to find itself nationalised. I'm not sure I want the good old LMS taking over either. It's the company I work for. There'll be changes made.
They could be for the better nationalised.
Listen, Mabel. A welfare state needs an experienced Tory government to bring it about.
Oh, don't try to...
Oh, Dad,
What is it, love?
Anton's asked me to marry him and go to America.
Oh, love, what a relief. You're not surprised.
Oh, we've got eyes in our heads.
We were young ourselves once, believe it or not.
Well, come on, we're not so old now.
Will you miss me? Oh, of course we'll miss you, love.
But what we're worried about is saying goodbye to Anton and having you broken-hearted all over again.
Oh, Dad.
Will he be coming for tea tomorrow, as usual?
Oh, I can't keep him away. He's ever so fond of you. He feels awful about taking me away.
And so he should. Still, I dare say we'll blame the war and say no more about it. Come here.
Are Mum and Dad still not friends about the election?
Oh, taking a notice. They'll soon calm down after next Thursday.
When will they know who's won?
Not for weeks. Not until all the postal votes are in, and some of those come from half across the world.
I'm glad Jimmy's only in Germany. Not so far to come home. The Germans are starving, he says. Serves them jolly well right.
What, old people? Even little children?
Serves them right. I saw the newsreels at the pictures, what they did to people in concentration camps.
You never saw Mum put her hands over your eyes.
I did see. She wasn't quick enough. It was beastly what I saw.
You can understand it though, can't you? I mean, him wanting someone to suffer for it. It's hard to believe what went on in Belsen. If we'd been invaded, Rebecca might have been sent to a place like that. She was my best friend. She used to live next door.
Hey, come on, it's all over. It'll never happen again.
Then there's Claudine's dad. He worked for the French resistance. That's why she stopped writing to me. And when the Jerrys caught him, they shot him. How can you forgive someone for something like that?
It's war, honey. It's bound to make us all want revenge. For Mary and for Bruce,
Do you know, I was glad at first when Bomber Command smashed Dresden to bits. And then I thought, well, there'd be nurses like me, tired out, trying to save the lives of injured innocent victims. For pity's sake, let's have peace.
You know what's special about this summer? Being able to lie out here in the sun and hear an aeroplane up in the sky. Be absolutely certain that it's friendly.
Have they fixed the wedding day?
Early August, they hope.
Jimmy should be home on leave by then. You'll still be here, won't you, Audrey?
Probably. But I would like to move down south and get settled in before Bruce comes out of hospital. Oh, I think I've sold my house. The couple that came this afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Burkett, can put down £600 in cash. Apparently the whole family have been working overtime in factories throughout the war. Oh, Mabel, I do hope they'll be good neighbours for you. They're certainly very well off, but, well, not exactly...
A cup of tea?
Tea? They each helped themselves 3 times to a refill and emptied the sugar basin without asking. In the friendliest possible manner. I couldn't help liking them.
You can wear pretty thin, that sort of thing.
I bet they're socialists.
Oh, Arthur, really?
Well, I've met that kind of thing. What's yours is mine, and what's mine's my own. And you mark my words, it'll be more of a struggle getting the country back to normal than it was winning the war. Europe's a mess. There's hungry refugees all over. We don't know what to expect from our Russian allies. There's only Winston can handle it. If Labour get in, there'll be another 5 years rationing, I'll bet.
And what could be fairer than that? I know I grumbled enough about rationing, but for the first time ever, rich and poor have been allowed the same, according to what's needed, not what can be afforded. And suppose we do get child allowance.
Well, it's too late to do us any good.
Shut up, can't you? I'm trying to get some sleep.
Oh, sorry, love.
My husband won't be voting. He was killed in March, crossing the Rhine.
Oh. Well, I'm really very sorry.
Morning, Lawrence.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Hodgkins.
I take it the town hall's more or less shut down for the day.
Yes, we're nearly all out of the polling stations.
Oh, just a minute. Arthur, will you get my ballot paper?
Aye.
Can you manage, love? Let me hold the job, would you? Thank you.
Wonder who she's wearing the black armband.
A husband. Hodgkins A, 28 Westmore Avenue.
Serviceman.
Well, he was. He's dead. His name has come off the register. Crossed out. Marked with a D.
Thank you.
That's all right, love. Now it's my turn to vote. Bye-bye. Bye. Thanks, Lawrence.
Seems fine, all that. She's so young to be a widow. Not much older than our girls.
Hurry up, you. You've lost your rosette, love. You didn't.
What a way for the country to reward its old hero, eh?
Poor Mr. Churchill.
Even I voted Labour in the end.
Well, it's over. No more excitement now till Trisha's wedding.
Aye.
I'm altering my dress for her. It's been in its box 24 years.
I'm looking forward to seeing her in that. She may even be as bonny as you were. I haven't forgotten.
We've been at odds lately, haven't we, Arthur? Election fever.
Oh, come on. We had a fair idea how Trisha was going to live on the other side of the Atlantic. I think we needed something to take our minds off it.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be all right.
Yes.
Anton will take care of her.
I'm going to miss her so much, Arthur.
Scientists, British and American, have finally made the atomic bomb. The first one was dropped on a Japanese city this morning. It was designed for a detonation equal to 20,000 tons of high explosive. That's 2,000 times the power of one of the...
2,000 times.
I didn't get that, Liv. What was it?
I'll tell you later. Is she ready yet?
Yep. How do I look?
You look a treat.
Trisha, I'm off now, love. Taxi will be here for you and your dad in 10 minutes.
Thanks, Mum.
Thanks. See you in church, love.